Another one of Jim Rohn's famous sayings was, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. He learned that from his mentor, Mr. Earl Show. And I learned it from Jim a long time ago. These days, with technology, internet and everything else, it's so easy to learn, to improve yourself. You can do it for free. 40 years ago when I started changing my life, we had to go to the library. We had to buy a book. Maybe we played a video. We got it from the video library or from the video shop. But these days you can just learn it on your phone. So there is no excuse not to learn, not to grow. Yet still most people don't. The average person's house, their TV is bigger than their library. That's the wrong way around. Your library should be bigger than your TV. There's nothing on TV that will help you grow unless you're using your big TV, your smart TV, to watch educational videos on YouTube. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. But ultimately, the best way to learn is always going to be reading. Things around us are growing and evolving. Technology is growing and evolving. But we are not growing the same speed. The best way that human beings can learn is by reading. The best way to learn, to grow, to memorize things is by reading. Now a lot of people say, well, I don't like to read. So, suck it up. I'm not good at reading. Okay? Learn. Mr. Mark, I'm a slow reader. Okay? Read slowly. They haven't got it in my language. Bullshit. I'm sure they have. So the expression, work harder on yourself, is important. Reading books is important. If you want to grow, know that everybody wants to grow. If you're happy being mediocre, then God bless you. But if you want to change your life, turn off your TV when you come home from work. Turn off the TV, get a book, and start reading. When I do coaching and I train people, I give them 7 books to read. One of those books we recently talked about, which was Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Another book, equally famous, written by Napoleon Hill, published in 1937, was Think and Grow Rich. Those 2 books, How to Win Friends and Think and Grow Rich, are probably the 2 most important self-development books ever in the history of mankind. And again, if you search, you can get them free online. But it's better if you put some money into it, invest in yourself, and buy the book. There's nothing better than feeling a piece of dead tree in your hands and picking it up when you have some time after work, sitting down on the sofa or on the bed and reading 2 or 3 chapters or 2 or 3 pages every night. That's how you grow. That's how you change. Work harder on yourself than you do on the job. There's no excuses why you can't do it. You can read, you can learn, or you can listen, get things from YouTube. But reading is always better. That's how the mind learns and grows. Read it again, and read it again. Jim Rohn, Dennis Waitley, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, to name a few. I could go through thousands. But those first 2 books by Dale Carnegie and Napoleon Hill, they're the places to start. You read them, you listen to them, you follow the steps, and I promise you will grow. Lots of people buy the books. So, okay, I'm going to go and buy the book tomorrow. They buy a book. Then they say to themselves, okay, I'll read that tomorrow. They put it on the shelf, and they don't grow. Some of these people are hoping they're going to grow by osmosis because the book is there in their house. It doesn't work that way. You have to pick up the book, read it, follow the instructions, try it, fail, try it again, fail, and try it again. And I promise you, you'll get it right, and your life will change. But you've got to put in the time. Stop wasting your life on television. Things like that, television entertainment, they are tension relieving. They are not goal achieving. So if you're happy with your life as it is, then okay, don't change. But if you're not happy, As we said in a previous video, another famous Jim Rohn saying, if you're not happy with your life, change it. You're not a tree. This big tree behind me, beautiful example. Probably been there for a few hundred years. But if it gets bored of the view, it can't go across the road there or down the road there. It's stuck there because it's a tree. You're not. And you can read, and you can learn, and you can grow, and you change your life. Will it happen overnight? No. Will it happen tomorrow, next week, next month? No. It takes a long time. And you're going to fall over and learn and fall over and learn. But you will grow. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job, and your life will change.